I'm Jim Horowitz. I'm the president and CEO of Jazz Aspen Snowmass. What Aspen has become over the last 50, 60 years after World War II, it's a jewel. It's a jewel that has a combination of activities. It's so special and unique what happens here in this very, very small place. Jazz in Aspen has a very interesting story that most people who are alive today don't know anything about. If you go back to the 1950s, in Aspen there was a place that was called the Red Onion. The Red Onion still exists. Some of the great, great, great jazz legends like Billie Holiday, Ray Brown, and Oscar Peterson, all heroes of big, big, big jazz, came through the Red Onion. Well, then in the 1960s, the Basie Orchestra was here, and then there were characters, if you could say, in Aspen, people that lived here. There was a man named Bert Dallander, who was a Swedish drummer, Freddie Fisher, who was a great bass player. That's when I started to come here with my family as a kid. And then I remember in the 1980s, the Aspen Music Festival had a jazz program when those things were happening, and I had meanwhile become a professional jazz pianist, saying to my parents, boy, it just seems like Aspen would be a great town for a real jazz thing to happen here. And it was just a little here and a little there and a little here and a little there, and then eventually in 1991 I started Jazz Aspen, which became Jazz Aspen Snowmass, and here we are. Aspen actually has a soul. It has a real soul. It's a town with a soul that people from outside don't know. There are jazz people, and there are dance people, and there are classical people, and there are art people, and theater people, and institute. And there's a beautiful amount of crossing and overlap and collaboration, which more and more happens between institutions like Jazz Aspen and the Music Festival. But collectively, it's such a special place because of all these things going on. So if someone says Aspen's just for rich people, I say, well, you just haven't been here. And if you ever came, you'd feel very differently.